Hello again. Over the years, I've learned and practiced and engaged and experimented with different forms of breathing. Breathing is a little bit intimidating for me, so I don't go there easily. I say intimidating because I'm aware that breathing has a profound effect. In the late 70s and the early 80s, there was a whole variety of different breathing methods, processes to come through. They come and go in different ways, like the arrival of a fad of some form. Some of them, though, are ancient. They go back to the Hindu principles of different forms of breath, even combined with hand mudras or vowel sounds or shapes. And I've learned some of them from dear friends. But I'm also very respectful that I just kindly, at most of the time, leave them where they are. Except for the last 3-4 months, I've been drawn back to breathing. And I'm watching my breathing rate, I'm watching my heart rate. And yes, I'm one of those people who uses an instrument to record my breathing, my respiratory rate, my sleep cycles, brainwaves, just because I like data and I like understanding how things work. That said, I've learned a lot in the last few months about how to be able to change my heart rate. I've learned how to drop it down as much as 40 beats a minute in a matter of 30 seconds. I can go up, I can go down. I'm still learning how to be able to do it, and I've been testing what's safe for me, what feels a little dangerous, what doesn't. So I'm going to share with you some of the most simple of the breathing tools I find to be useful to me and genuinely effective to me. I don't know how they'll be for you because you're a unique human being and we never quite know how any one thing's going to affect us. So use your own instincts, your intuition, your faith to do or not do anything that I would suggest. Use your own awareness. I do suggest that an aware breathing process has a noticeable effect. And the most gentle and the most reasonable and so far consistently effective is simply to breathe in and out in as gentle a fashion as you can. Yes, there are many forms of breathing on right now around that talk about deep breathing, fast breathing, inhale, exhale fast, hold at the top, hold at the bottom, hold out. There's all these different forms of breathing around. The one that works for me is I like the one which is almost lifting my breath with a feather and letting it fall. The rate I'm giving you is the rate of about 5 or 6 cycles of inhale or exhale per minute. The average human being breathes about 16 cycles a minute. Young people, children can do 25 cycles per minute. Teenagers can be 15 to 20 cycles a minute. The average person closer to 15 to 16, and it's very consistent, but you can use it and change it. I would suggest that you experiment with just slowing your breathing down naturally. If you don't have the instruments to measure your breathing cycle, just pause and do a gentle inhale up. It can be through the nose or the mouth, and exhale lightly down. Just notice what feels good to you, and then just simply repeat it for 1 to 3 minutes. Later on, if you use an instrument, and there are many different breathing apps online if you want to get one, and it has different forms of showing you inhale and exhale at different rates, but you can choose. I like lifting with a feather up the front, dropping it down the back. I have the opportunity on my cell phone to record my heart rate and other rhythms, even on my physiological expression, blood pressure, respiratory rate, heart rate variability. So I'm watching these instruments move. But I found that just the consistency of wanting to move on your own as quietly and as simply as possible for 1 to 3 minutes, I can take my heart rate down a long ways and then produce a very smooth, coherent breathing. And the coherency really is a fluid dynamic between the inhale and the exhale. Just something soft, gentle, caring. I would suggest to you that you go into something like this with whatever sincere purpose that you have to go there with. If you want to go there for your health, if you want to go there for your happiness, if you want to go there for your enlightenment, if you want to go there to see the face of God, whatever the reason is for you breathing, have some underlying clarity and sense of awareness and purpose for why you want to breathe in this way. To heal, to open, to feel, to grow, to laugh, whatever reason it is, but whatever you're doing in the breathing, you're actually taking that inside. So whatever you want to bring inside you, you can. I would suggest, for those of you who are doing cycles and seasons, the time I'm doing this just happens to be the 5-girl month in the Northern Hemisphere, and many of my friends are obviously in the 5-boy month in the Southern Hemisphere. So sometimes I breathe the Southern Hemisphere 5-boy and the Northern Hemisphere 5-girl, and I do that for 3 or 4 minutes, very, very soft. You can do what you want. I'm just going to share with you some of the things I do, and this one is the most simple, very effective. Breathe up, breathe down. Feather up, float down. You can do it on a bigger one, same speed, or a little one, same speed. Sometimes if I catch myself on some of the small ones, if I hear my own breathing, like I'm inside going, I pause, and I do my best to breathe silently. It's not easy to do, to breathe with the fingers of silence. Or the big one, still a count of 6 up and a count of 6 down. On the little ones, I don't count. Go ahead and try it. See how it feels. I suggest you try a minute. Eyes open or closed, it's up to you. But if you catch yourself at night, waking up in the middle of the night, say the typical 2 to 4 a.m. in the morning, and you're kind of frustrated because, well, I wish I were asleep and I have work to do tomorrow, I'm going to be. Just lay still. It's very sweet. Go ahead, give it a try. Talk to you soon.